for a game one here.
Yeah, I think a lot of teams reading that this could potentially be a military circle for the first one. Benya actually looks like he dropped very late. There's still a world where the circle could shift this direction, and that's going to be where we see the circle end up. So teams that are now to the north, we might see take a pause and potentially pull back away, but then at the same time need to make that call. Do you try to get in the zone while there's still space? Because that does cut things out for teams. But I'm going to cut, and it looks like Soniqs not wanting to give up this compound just yet. As 22 is trying to take it out, but Yanni is going to get taken down to Shrimzy with a quick flush.
Oh man, I mean, that's 2 members now just taken out from 22 and a third potentially. Oh no, this is definitely not the start. Oh, the 22 wants Gizera.
All I'm saying, pick Tickleton over Gizera, man. It's that fantasy, guys. We're gonna be trash talking fantasy all the time. Do make sure you get that opportunity.
The problem for me is I picked Tig and Gizera.
Oh no.
It's a little lie.
Yeah.
It's wonderful.
Yeah. Little high ground, low grounds, little compounds. They're beautiful, beautiful sketching skills. But it's the things that not only the IGLs are looking at, the teams that are, the players that are shot calling, but we as observers and as casters, we're trying to see what that they are going to be playing for. And that is right now, so many teams are trying to get as center as possible. Synergy. I'm going to capitalize on that as Silzen and Pippa getting quite a lot of knocks. Bing Bang Boom tried to crash this. EOS Guri thought to do the same. And E United, I believe, is just down to Kickstart now. Unfortunately, finding a place to put down, but where do you go from here?
I mean, it's rough. United lost, they lost Snakers early to Dodge when he was trying to check that compound. They lost 2 just now to Synergy, and is now, as you said, just down to 1. And Synergy actually has a really solid spot here, but they are going to have to hold it against multiple teams. They are trying to harass BBB, but they have to watch their back.
For all of these teams, that is a lot of open terrain without much coverage, playing for the high ground. Rumblers, unfortunately, now finding themselves in a little bit of trouble as they rotated behind Team X. Hero landing a gorgeous nade onto Los, and Waldo trying to find the angle onto Zira. Just not meant to be as he gets taken down.
Oh my. I mean, TX is actually just kind of rolling, but Light Show with a beautiful bolt there. That actually might slow things down. Never mind.
Oh, but
that was clean.
It was so clean, but look at the mini map right there. Dodge just to the north, wrapping around, looking for their own spot into the zone, still focused on Synergy, the big threat. That position that you pointed out being a good one. They are going to have to make a move, and Troglodytes could be the one to prevent that. But right now, the teams that are coming in just a little bit late, looking for any free shack, tree, or rock to put down. And and a drive by DraftKings is going to actually get a knock on to Sharp Shot, but this dip is not free. Kickstart gets 1, gets 2, gets 3, takes down Fiumba.
What an animal! Kickstart!
Oh, a great start there for Kickstart. E United solo player still alive in this position, but finding opportunities to score. And you can see Team X, we saw them. We pulled away from that dodge fight, got themselves in a position. Santi gets a knock onto Silza, but now he's got to turn his attention back to Waikika. Wildcard with the high ground just above him.
I'm just honestly still in. That was what a play from Kick. Holy. We talked about how E United lost 3 early. It was just down to Kick. We weren't sure what he was going to be able to do, but I mean, you can never count out Kickstart. My goodness, that was a beautiful triple there.
Let's see. I make it. This is the position that you circled. You kind of talked about the high ground right here on this spot. Wildcard really playing that one well. You can see they had their eyes onto Peak, but Tokyo Machi Gang still not in the zone. And again, Soniqs now starting to take that migration up to Wildcard. Phase 5 blue is starting to close in and is going to force that conflict now. The throwables are coming out. Shrimzy along with Mime trying to put that pressure. You can see Adam is already moving their car along with Greg Shot. Well, Wildcard letting them have some of this position, but look, 2 players already down as well. The Reses are now the attention of focus as they're trying to make sure they can get Waikika and Nico's back up and standing, and part of that has been the issues of Peak. You see that pressure coming out of their compound. The shift did move back away from this, so some high ground has been awarded. Now, on the opposite side of the zone, LG having to do a little bit of footwork of themselves. We're going to go ahead and listen to their comms as they take this push on LFP1.
His exit. I'm knocked to Kick. He's prone on you guys on yellow.
I'm blind, kid. Watch the left. Is he inside the shack?
Knock shack.
Not close.
Close one?
Kick is free kill on yellow. Watch your sights on yellow.
Worry about your south. Worry about your south, Menta. Watch every once in a while. Heard Ayla.
Yeah.
Still that kill. Still that bitch.
Dodge could flank behind us. Just be careful.
Yep. We need to kill
Picked up
Kick.
smokes. Yeah. Where is Kick exactly?
He's
Far
on
arm guy hit.
on the
Far
car.
arm guy's gonna be healing, so.
He was on that UAS, Luke. He couldn't
Okay,
move.
can I
Yeah, you can come
can
to
I
us.
get closer then?
He's got a bit of cover, but Penta knows exactly where he is. He's going to take some of that nade damage, but a second nade from Kurt is going to finish that one out. Kickstart has been eliminated, and now that dip taken over by LG.
And realistically, LG's biggest threat is just for the north. You just got to make sure they clear out 4 p.m.
As we're down to 8 teams, 23 players alive, you can see a big factor of that is Synergy and Dodge, who are not yet in the circle. And there's not a lot of places for them to play. A big threat right there is not only the teams with the high ground, but Bing Bang Boom. Synergy do still have the vehicles, and it looks like Silzen is going to just try and challenge some of that position. We can see the car driving in is going to stop down right at Keenan. He overthrew the nade, does get the knock on to Binya, but here comes the trade. Keenan does get taken down, and that is by Pippa. But Gats getting the knock on to Silzen. Bing Bang Boom have all their attention to everybody who's trying to crash this. Dodge now doing exactly the same. They saw it on the kill feed and used that as an opportunity to not only steal some of these knocks, but take a position in the zone.
And yeah, Dodge has been playing this so well. They've just been taking their time playing on that southeast edge. And what a beautiful time to come in and just clean that up. They do have to still worry about SG to their east, but Ethan going down is unfortunate, but the team is still in a good spot. It's not going to be the end of the world for them, even with Ethan falling. But Hikerman, all of a sudden, they're actually kind of getting picked apart from different angles. And the biggest worry is actually Soniqs.
Make sure as well that nobody does wrap around them. But I mean, you called it out, Soniqs, 10 kills. They've got the high ground position. All 4 players strong, up, and alive. And the circle this small, they've got a vantage point just about across all of it.
And I do think a big part of this as well is those vehicles, right? Soniqs came over fairly early. They had decent loot, and they were able to just kind of dictate rotations based off of the fact that they could go wherever they want. Because of that now, they have so much control on the south side. They have all the control on the south side, if I'm being honest.
Yeah. You can see Corsac getting knocked down. This is the unfortunate part for Dodge, as they're kind of trapped out in the open, pinched between multiple teams. Corsac is going to, unfortunately, I think, fall here. Finna's lying prone, trying to crawl in that direction, but it's going to be a very risky res. The big thing that could potentially help him out here is both Mime and Penta spot each other, and that could give just a long enough distraction for Finna to get that res out. As you can see, Penta does spot him. Gets a knock on to Shrimsy, but that now means that Mime is locked and loaded into LG. He has been spotted.
Penta, though, I mean, Penta and Luke still can make a lot out of this, especially because they don't need to commit. It's Soniqs are the ones that have to push in.
Yeah, you can see they're already missing a tire. They're going to lie down all the way to try and stay alive. But Tiggleton is just looking for anything moving below the car. There you go. See those legs. Easy knock there. Tiggleton's going to get that last player peak, fast eliminated. Now, Team X have kept their legs down. You know, he's got the ghillie suits. They're lying in prone. They've just got a little bit of coverage in this dip. And that is also a spot that line of sight still can go to Penta. Last few throwables, are out right now. LG using a smoke, trying to see if they can spot somebody out. But now there you go.
Oh,
Hero taking shots is going to connect. Doesn't get the knock onto Mime, but gets him pretty low. Follows it up with the Molotov. But as the Blues closing in, a flashbang right into him. And Hero unfortunately runs right into the zone. Takes so much damage as Airlocks gets knocked down. Hero lying prone again. But that last little move from Soniqs gets the knock. And Luke 12 unfortunately knocks himself. It's Penta versus the Soniqs. But Soniqs clean this one out, taking the first victory of the PCS Grand Finals with 15 kills.
Respect my mind, no die from last year. I pray my dick get big as the Eiffel Tower, so I can fuck the world for 72 hours. Goddamn.